Here, this is Lord Potato. Wait, here, this is Lord Potato. This is part 1 and redo of What If Naruto was a Genjutsu slash Fuinjutsu master. So yeah. Now, I should mention one thing. This thumbnail is very old, with the What If also being very old. I don't remember I made this like so basically 1 year ago. Wait, what was this one again? Ooh, so that's 1 year. So, wait a minute. This 1 year also? Huh. Didn't realize this is like 1 year old. But yeah. So yeah, this is kind of a very old What If. But, the reason why, also if you try to like search this up on my YouTube channel and all that, or try to look for it, I deleted it a while ago, like 30 seconds ago. Just because the fact that people keep complaining about the loud ass music in the background. Yes, I did have loud ass music in the background when I was trying to kind of just do this What If and at the same time just hear music. But I didn't realize the volume of the music, how loud it will be in the video. So of course, I don't do music anymore in my videos. And I just don't want to be copyrighted. So yeah, I don't do music no more. So this What If is going to be uploaded. People might see it. If they see it, they're gonna be kind of skeptical. Bleh. Shit, I can't fucking speak right now. They are going to be kind of scared because they're gonna hear loud ass music. Not really. That's not the point. But yeah. So let me just say, go subscribe to my channel, iconic What Ifs and over to What Ifs. But the links will be in the description, also for my second channel. And if you heard that in the background, something falling, that was just a broom because I accidentally pushed it over. So don't worry about that. But no music in the background or nothing. But yeah. But let me begin into this What If, because I had a great idea 1 year ago. Now I don't have an idea somewhat on what to do with this. Well, I still have an idea. It's just the storyline is going to be changed a lot from its previous story. But yeah. So, let's begin into this What If. So, we go into Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki is a boy with, blonde hair. Well, kind of blonde hair. He mostly has red hair and purple highlights in his hair. He is, an Uzumaki Uchiha. Well, he doesn't know about the Uchiha name. And he doesn't really know about the Namikaze name much at all. Because he's not Namikaze. Minato Namikaze is not Minato Namikaze. Because Naruto's parents are not Minato Namikaze or Kushina Uzumaki. No. Naruto's father is his named Ryo Uzumaki, and his mother was named and this Uchiha named Salina Uchiha. Now, of course, Savina Uchiha. Of course, this is where Naruto, he's kind of the child of both of them, and of course, his two parents did die during the Naito's attack. Now, Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, did seal the Naito's into, his two siblings. One is named, Menma Uzumaki, and the other one is named Enma Uzumaki Namikaze. But yeah. So, Enma and Menma. So, of course, this is where, Naruto, he is kind of an orphan, same with Enma and Menma. Now, Enma is a kid with, somewhat low esteem, not much. He mostly is someone that doesn't really like kind of shouting, screaming, or anything. He is more calm and relaxed than, Menma. Menma is the other opposite from Enma. But yeah. Now, Enma has purple eyes and red hair, while Menma has yellow hair and blue eyes, and has whisker marks. Enma didn't have whisker marks. No, he doesn't have whisker marks. Instead, there's, like something on his shoulder that shows to be some kind of marking. Like this black marking. So, yeah. Oh, not black marking. No. Instead, he just doesn't have no whisker marks or anything. But, yeah. A bunch of people confess to see Menma as the Nine Tails, and when they see Enma, they don't know if he's the Nine Tails at all. But his purple eyes are very scary. But yeah. Of course, we go into Naruto. Naruto is an orphan. Now, he does not have any relatives. He doesn't have, he can't really go to the Uchiha because they don't really know if he's pretty much a Uchiha or not. They can see that Naruto has, red hair and like purple highlights. They don't know of anyone that has purple in their Uchiha clan. Except for one person, but they died a long time ago during like sort of Madara's age of war mostly. During like the Uchiha and Senju fight, but yeah. This is where, they don't even have anyone that has red hair, so yeah. Naruto mostly has the last name Uzumaki. He doesn't have Uchiha. He does, but it's just kind of hidden. So, of course, this is where, Naruto, he is kind of walking, around the kind of village. Now, he's an orphan, and of course, he didn't go to the orphanage. No, him and someone else did not go to the orphanage. Instead, they went to just fuck around, and they don't really like anyone at all. Now, of course, one person did stay in the orphanage, but then got kicked out. That is Menma. Menma doesn't know why people hate him. Now, Enma and Naruto are basically best friends, because they were in the same orphanage, but they left because they were pretty damn smart not to stay in a crappy orphanage. So, of course, both Naruto and, Enma are kind of just walking around, not giving a fuck that much. That's where Benma, he is kind of kicked out, and of course, Horuzen had to buy him an apartment. Now, he doesn't know where Enma is at, so of course, he is trying to tell Anbus to look for Enma, and that's all. He doesn't know about Naruto's existence. But of course, this is where, Enma and Naruto has actually been hiding around the village, and of course, has been stealing and other things. Now, of course, since they're kind of long-time childhood friends, we go into them being 6 years old. Naruto, he's also this kid that's cold and emotionless half the damn time. He doesn't really care about showing his emotions. Now, of course, he has kind of like a little bit of, his hair is a little bit longer, except for Menma, but yeah. Menma is, we go into them kind of being 6 years old. Menma did try to help out Hinata, but of course got his ass beat by some bullies, and that's all. That's where, Enma and Naruto don't let anyone talk shit about them. Nah. Enma has dealt with some people that tried to bully him, but Naruto comes out of nowhere and kicks the shit out of him easily. This is where Naruto also kind of used a very powerful Genjutsu without his eyes, kind of his eyes being activated. His not red eyes, his purple Tomoe eyes. Yes, Naruto's eyes are completely different. Now, I should mention one thing. Naruto's eyes, I didn't really mention what color they are, but they are not, what's called blue. They are yellow. They are like a goldenish color yellow. So yeah, of course, being a goldenish color yellow, it's only from the Uzumaki. The Uzumaki kind of genes. His father kind of had yellow hair, not yellow hair, yellow eyes, while his mother had, kind of black eyes because he has the Uchiha. But she had a very powerful Dojutsu type that was not pretty much the Red Tomoe Sharingan, but she never could unlock it until when she kind of tried to save her child from the Nine Tails. She found out how to activate her eyes and had a very, incomplete Tomoe Sharingan, but it was purple. This is where, if Naruto looks into someone's eyes, yes, Naruto still has his yellow eyes, like they're golden. Think of it like Garu's eyes. Yes, it's like Garu's eyes. But of course, this is where, when he does activate his Dojutsu, it turns purple. But of course, the Tomoes are yellow, are golden. This is where, he looks at one person, like one bully that tried to bully Enma, and puts him under a very, and I mean very powerful Genjutsu. But they are both only 6 years old, but Naruto's Genjutsu's out of this league. Like, out of anyone's league. Like, the closest thing that Naruto can be close to for Genjutsu mastery is, a Kurama. But of course, Naruto, he kind of puts this bully under a Genjutsu, and the bully does feel like he's getting burned alive. yes, Naruto's Genjutsu is actually kind of real, but he doesn't need to like be possessed by a demon like a Kurama, because Kurama's like the Kurama clan, they have a very powerful Genjutsu, reality bending, warping, and all them other things. But if they don't have a control thing on them, a demon will control them and will try to destroy the world. But Naruto doesn't really have that con. He only has pros. But yeah, of course, this is where the bully was knocked out. But of course, he did have burn marks around his body. Just no sign of where the burn marks actually came from. This is where Naruto he told Enma to like just leave and all that. But yeah, of course, this is where Enma and Naruto has been training ever since 6 years old all the way to 8 years old. So of course Naruto and Enma are 8 years old, and of course so many people has went after them. So many people like the Yakuza, mostly the Fire Country Yakuza, some gang members, like smaller time gang members, some civilians that kind of sent some bounty hunters straight towards Enma and Naruto because they kind of rob a lot of people. They are rich as fuck. But of course, this is where, they are kind of in a underground base that the Yakuza used to have. Yes, Naruto kind of fucked them up. Now, even though they're 8 years old, Naruto's such a genius. He's a smart kid. Same with Enma. Enma has actually already awoken something very powerful. Purple flames. He's able to send purple flames with just his hand. And doesn't need to add chakra. And can easily kill anyone. Now, of course, he can use purple flames and blue flames. But mostly he loves the purple flames. He loves the color purple. This is where, even though they're kind of like the same person, they are not twins. They are kind of different. Of course, this is where, Enma, he is kind of like the right-hand man for Naruto. Because Naruto, even though he killed all the Yakuza, like the Yakuza members, he kind of made his own gang for only being 8 years old. That's only having Enma with him. But yeah. Of course, this is where, Enma is fucking rich. Well, anyone knowing it, and even Naruto. But yeah. Naruto, he doesn't really like dealing with anyone. So yeah. Even though they don't have chakra control or anything, they are still good as hell at, doing what they are going to do best. Stealing, killing you, and murdering you. But yeah. This is where, Naruto has kind of started learning on Fuinjutsu because he sees from the ninja category where he kind of goes to the academy, or mostly not the academy, he goes to the library, and even Enma does, but in disguise, mostly having like a hat or hood or anything like that. And of course Naruto, he reads upon the ninjas and all them other things. Now of course the librarian doesn't really question Enma or Naruto because he can just see there's hoods on them. But yeah, this is where Naruto, when he reads upon the ninjas, he reads upon ninjas that are strong and using powerful jutsus and other things, like the first Hokage, who he had wood style, the second Hokage, who was strong in water style, but was also good in somewhat like Fuinjutsu, which Naruto was interested about. But of course, he reads upon the third Hokage, strong in a bunch of elements. He was considered the strongest shinobi at his prime life, and still very strong. He then reads upon the the fourth Hokage. The fourth Hokage named Minato Namikaze. A very powerful Fuinjutsu master, but at the same time, very powerful, Fuinjutsu user. But yeah, of course, he was called the Yellow Flash for his technique of Fuinjutsu, the Flying Raijin. But yeah, this is where Naruto was very interesting. He got interested with the Fuinjutsu. The second Hokage managed to do like a Flying Raijin. And now that it was kind of incompleted, but then the fourth Hokage completed it for him. He thinks that maybe the second and fourth are kind of related. But really, he sees the names and he just says, nah. This is where, he kind of reads upon everyone's kind of stats about ninjas. But not like everyone's stats. Like just basically kind of reports of ninjas. Because he has Naruto's at that section. Of course, Enma, he's just looking at some books, just reading upon it. And yeah. He's just kind of looking for any clue for any of his purple flame or blue flame to come from a clan. He is looking for it, but he can't really find it. Naruto, on the other hand, is looking through the category. He knows that he's a very powerful Genjutsu master. Or just powerful Genjutsu user. Not master yet, but just user. He kind of sees the category. He looks through everyone. Mostly there's Taijutsu people, Taijutsu masters, people that use fire, water, earth, lightning. Well, lightning mostly, fire and lightning come from the Uchiha. Naruto doesn't really care about the elements at all. He seems to really care less. He wants to care about the other categories. Taijutsu. He gets interested in a little bit because he knows that hand-to-hand combat might need to be needed for him. But then he looks at the categories for Genjutsu. Genjutsu is only used in a little bit of people in the village. Well, if the Uchiha was not there, it would have been extremely low. Because the only people that use Genjutsu is the Uchiha and the Kurama clan. Now, he kind of read on the Kurama clan a little bit. He kind of told Enma to read on the Kurama clan. And Enma does, because Enma was kind of reading upon where his blue and purple flames come from. This is where Enma goes to read upon it. This is where Naruto says, so not many people really use Genjutsu. I guess I'll be the first one to be the strongest. This is where he looks on Fuinjutsu masters. There is none. There is barely anyone in this goddamn village that uses Fuinjutsu. Except the 4th Hokage, 2nd Hokage, or someone named Minto Uzumaki, who was the 1st Hokage's wife. Or even just someone named Kushina Uzumaki, who he kind of read about. And this is where they're all dead. Except one person that he managed to find out. Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sanins, a Fuinjutsu master, or Fuinjutsu user. This is where he's the only person with the greatest techniques of Fuinjutsu. Naruto says, are you fucking serious? This whole village doesn't have Fuinjutsu masters? I thought they'd be fucking everywhere, just hidden. There's the other 4, they're dead. Damn it. I guess I am smart. Maybe I should definitely go in Fuinjutsu and Genjutsu. This is where, Enma says, yo, what's happened? This is where Naruto says, nothing. Just the stupid village doesn't have any Fuinjutsu masters that I can learn from. This is where Enma says, really? Well, then again, we really don't have anyone to teach us. Yeah, I know that. This is where Enma says, well, why do you want to learn Fuinjutsu? You should really hear about this Fuinjutsu stuff. Well, let me explain it. Because Naruto did read upon Fuinjutsu. He says, Fuinjutsu can be used to anything. Seal items, seal people, seal anything in a little piece of paper. Do you know how much money we can put in a piece of paper and then pull it out? That's where Enma thinks about it and says, oh damn, that's very useful. Damn it. Well, if no one can teach us, maybe we can learn by ourselves. Naruto says, that's what I'm thinking. If there's no one here that will teach us, and the only person that is a Fuinjutsu master user is Jiraiya, but Jiraiya is a legendary Sannin, one of the 3, and they're not never here in this goddamn village. This is where, I'm gonna say damn, but I kind of read on the Kurama clan. This is where Naruto says, really? What did I say? The Kurama clan is specialized in a very powerful Genjutsu using. They are able to kind of somewhat bend reality itself. This is where Naruto says, I can do that, but with my eyes. I want to do it without my eyes. That'd be interesting. This is where, Enma says, you're interested in using your Genjutsu and Fuinjutsu, which Fuinjutsu seems very, very helpful if we can steal bodies and money. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of all those bodies that are in that fucking base that we have before it rottens and sinks up the place, and we gotta have to move. This is where Enma says, yeah, but you might be interested in that. Taijutsu. Wait, really? Okay. Naruto says, let me explain about Taijutsu. Taijutsu is to hand-to-hand combat. I'm going to be a Genjutsu and Fuinjutsu master, or trying to, because those things are helpful as hell. Do you realize that Taijutsu will help me way better when I kind of trap them in a Genjutsu and then kick the shit of them? Yeah, do you see how good it is with those three kind of, what's it called, skills? Emma just says, I guess you're right. Fine. Then this is where Naruto says, what do you think, then? This is where Emma says, I don't know. My purple and blue flames, I can't find from which clan or Kekakenkai it's called. So what I'm going to call it is Hell Flames. Because for fuck's sake, there's no way I can find any trace of my purple or blue flames from anything. This is where, well, Naruto says, how about you call the blue flames cremation, the purple flames Hell Flames? This is where Hanma says, you want to screw you. Fine, I'll call them like that. See, I told you. It'd be much easier when you come up with names. Because it would kind of be confusing with the blue flames and the purple flames. Emma says, I guess you're right. But I can't find anything. Which annoys me a lot. But what really interests me is fire jutsu. Fire element jutsus. I want to learn all of it. This is where Naruto says, some of them you probably won't be able to learn. What do you mean? Some of the fire elements are usually specialized for Uchihas. I don't know. For your high-ass infinity of fire, because yes, they did learn about the infinities. Because, yes, that's why Naruto really didn't care about the infinities, because he learned them already. He kind of read about it. This is where, well, he says that some fire elements are kind of required for you to be either in a special clan, like the Uchiha. But since you have high-ass infinity, I'm guessing you might be able to learn it. Just instead of using normal regular flame, that orangey yellow reddish flame, you're gonna have to use blue and purple flames. This is where Emma says, do you think how cool it is for me just to breathe out blue flames from my mouth? It'd be interesting when you eat. This is where Emma says, shut up. This is where Naruto smiles, but yeah. This is where Naruto says, but seriously, I mean, it's cool, but what about any of other jutsus, like Fuinjutsu? If you have a high wind infinity jutsu, you realize you putting wind and fire is going to make a huge flame. That's what Emma thinks about it and says, I guess you're right, but I don't know if I have that. Try to swing and send like wind attacks with your hand. I don't think that's how it works. That's where Naruto says, I guess not. But really, what happens if you have a water infinity and it's just gonna fuck you up, or kind of fuck you over with the fire infinity? Emma would kind of be, he says, I'll be pissed. Very pissed in that. I mean, then you will have, would it be able to combine infinities together? This is where Emma says, I don't know. Maybe it says around here in one of these books or scrolls. This is where Naruto, he looks around and says, I found them. This is where, well, Emma says, really? What did they say? This is where, well, Naruto takes the big-ass book. He almost falls over, but he managed to just pick it up, put it down on the ground, and it says, okay, so let's just read upon this shit. This is where Naruto, he kind of starts reading, and of course, Enma's reading the other side. This is where to take a page, well, just pull the page the other side, and yeah. They do that for a good, like, 10 minutes. Naruto says, so do you want to go first, or do you want me to explain? This is where Enma says, you can explain for a little bit. This is where Naruto says, what I found out is, yes, you can combine the infinity elements. Fire and water are actually steam release. So you realize you can just send very, very high pressure of steam into someone's face to burn it off. Yeah, it seems to be really good. But there's other infinity elements. Well, they didn't read together. Mostly Naruto read it off. This is where Menma wants to read something else. But yeah. Well, not Menma, Enma. This is where, well, Enma says that would be really good. But how would that even work? Just put fire and water together? This is where Enma says, you know that's going to be more difficult. And besides, you also do got to learn how to use your infinities. What happened if I have no infinities? Then that would just suck for you. I have a very powerful Genjutsu, Fuinjutsu, and Taijutsu skills. I don't think I'm gonna need an element. Long range, Genjutsu. Mid range, Fuinjutsu. You know, I should shut up. This is where, well, Naruto smiles and says, see, I tell you, fucker. This is where, well, Enma says, shut up, shut up, shut up. This is where, well, Enma just says, but still, fire, water, wind, lightning would actually be good. But I don't know if I have a lightning infinity. That would actually be really good because water and lightning can actually be made to storm release. But that's a Kekkei somewhat. It can be a Kekkei, but it can also be merged. Damn. I'm wishing I had a Kekkei like your fucking Tojutsu Naruto. Naruto says, huh, that's just because I'm amazing. Shut up. I don't understand with your eyes. How is it that broken and yet this... Well, I don't understand why it's purple and have golden tomoes. Because he almost gets stabbed. Shut up! This is where, well, not stabbed, mostly hit by a book. This is where Naruto says, fine. He says, we're gonna clean up all this mess before we leave. Because we are not trying to really get kicked out. Enma says, you're right. Damn it. Fine, let's just go do it. This is where, well, Enma and Naruto just kind of like pick up all the books and kind of put them somewhere. And this is where they're leaving. And this is where, before they're leaving all that, they see kind of these people like in the library kind of walking in, kind of going to their jutsu section because these people are kind of ninjas. But yeah, Naruto, he doesn't care, and Enma doesn't care neither. And of course they're walking out. But before they're walking, someone appears. An old man with a red hat and, well, kind of this Hokage robe. This is Horusen. Now Horusen kind of looks in front of him and sees Enma and Naruto. And of course this is where he says, interesting. Boys right now reading the library. Very interesting. Young kids. Some young kids will usually be out there kind of just playing, but these kids looks to be reading upon the history of the village. This is where, well, Naruto kind of like leaves, just walks past Horusen and even Enma. And this is where Horusen kind of looks at Enma and Naruto closely. This is where he realizes Enma is basically Menma's brother that hasn't been seen for 2 years. Or even more than that, 4 years entirely. This is where, well, Horusen grabbed onto Enma and Enma said, hey, what's the big deal, sir? This is where, well, Horusen says, Enma. This is where Enma kind of widens his eyes because no one knows about his name unless it's Naruto. Unless Naruto told someone about it. But there's no way in hell because Naruto does not tell anyone and he's kind of antisocial as hell. This is where, well, Enma says, do I know you? I don't know who you are. But of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he just kind of like gets on guard because he doesn't know why this older man is kind of grabbing onto Enma. Now this is where Enma, he's about to like pull away from, well, Horusen. Horusen kind of has his like arm grip, like hold tight onto Enma. And this is where he looks at the other boy. And this is where, well, Naruto's like, hoodie is kind of up and shows to be Naruto Uzumaki. Now, he knows about the boy also kind of went missing 4 years ago. But really, they didn't went missing. They kind of just dipped from the, orphanage. So, of course, where, well, Naruto, he is just saying, hey, dude, can you, like, let go of my friend? This is where Horusen was about to grab Naruto. Naruto jumps away. And this is where, well, almost appear. And this is where Naruto sees them all. And this is where Naruto activates his Genjutsu and puts a very powerful Genjutsu on all of them. This is where before they are ever to even react close enough, they all just get this powerful Genjutsu all over them. This is where, well, they try to kind of like move. And Horusen did also try to release it because he let go of, Enma. Enma did close his eyes before the Genjutsu was even activated. And both Naruto and Enma disappear. This is where Horusen says, find those two kids. This is where the arm was kind of nodded because the Genjutsu did disappear for like 5 minutes. But yeah, after. But of course, it wasn't a Genjutsu to hurt them. But of course, this is where, well, they get out and they try to look for Naruto and Enma. Both Naruto and Enma went into this hatchet that's like underground. And it's basically an entrance to the Yakuza kind of like base. So that's what Naruto and Enma does. This is where Naruto and Enma says, that was fucking close. This is where Naruto says, yeah, we gotta be careful. Very fucking careful. We don't know exactly how he knew your name or how he knew about me. But whoever he is, it's a bad idea to be near him. This is where, well, Enma nodded. This is where, well, both Naruto and Enma just says, we should probably, how about this? We should probably train for 4 years. 4, maybe 3 years. I don't know. We should train on the specific elements we have and learn more in the library, but be more careful outside, well, our base. Okay? This is where, well, Enma and Naruto can kind of just nod to each other. We go into 3 years. Naruto and Enma are 11 years old. Naruto's hair actually kind of grew a little bit longer. He kind of now looks like his father a little bit. This is where, well, his hair is kind of long towards his neck. Is that long now? And this is where Enma's hair is kind of looking like Minato. Just a little bit like Minato's hair. But yeah. This is where, well, both Naruto and Enma has actually grew because they were only eating vegetables. And they are actually smarter than that. And just eating just a bunch of, like, random food. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto is a height of, well, 5'4", while Enma is kind of like 5'4" also. This is where, Naruto, his clothing is different from when he was a child and all that. When he was 6 years, well, not 6 years old, 8 years old, he just wore kind of black and all that. But now he kind of wears like this coat, this kind of like black coat. And of course, this is where his shirt is like this purple, well, not purple, kind of like a red shirt mostly. He wears black pants and of course black sandals. And so where, well, he kind of has weapons on him, like these tantos. He does have, well, 2 tantos. Well, not 2 tantos. He has 2 swords. These 2 swords that he managed to have. Well, managed to kind of get from a powerful forger. But yeah, of course, we go into Enma looking like, well, a little bit like Minato, but of course, well, he's kind of wearing like these, this coat that's kind of like red and kind of have like these purple flames on it. And of course, this is where his shirt is purple. His pants are kind of black. What's it called? But of course, even with that happening, he also has black sandals. And of course, he has 2 tantos that he has. Now I'll mention how they look like. But we get out of the kind of base they have. Now, of course, this is where Naruto is now somewhat of a Fuinjutsu master. He kind of read about Fuinjutsu and other things, like Genjutsu, Fuinjutsu, and even Taijutsu skills. But yeah, Enma has now figured out how to use his blue flames into jutsus and purple flames, and also kind of use his wind infinity, because he found out he had a wind infinity, yes. But yeah, but other than that, I'm going to be ending it off here for part 1 of this what if. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato, and bye.